Well, hello there, everybody. I just want to ask you one question. Are you tired of that same old chicken barbecued on a grill or baked in the oven? Well, why not try cooking your chicken in a pumpkin? That's right, a pumpkin. Nice, awesome pineapple chicken pumpkin bake will make the pumpkin taste so much better. You can put any kind of vegetables you have. If you don't have a garden like this, you can find any kind of vegetables you like at your local supermarket. Zucchini, yellow squash, bell pepper, onion, garlic. Oh, brown sugar. Lovely. Okay, so once you get your pumpkin from the supermarket or your garden like we did, you want to make sure you wash it off. You don't want any dirt getting in your pumpkin. And then, of course, be very careful when you cut it open. You want to cut the top open all the way around. And be very careful. Once you get it all cut open, you want to make sure you clean out all this pulp stuff and all the seeds. You know, scoop it all out. You can get all those seeds out. If you like to use the pumpkin seeds, you just clean out all the slime, rinse it out, pat it dry, coat it with a little bit of oil or cooking spray. Cook it for about 15-25 minutes at 425. Now, once you get all that pulp cleaned out and the seeds separated, you want to put all your vegetables and chicken. In this case, we're going to use chicken, and we're going to use some marinated teriyaki pineapple and some pineapples with a little bit of brown sugar, and our green zucchini, yellow squash, onion, garlic, and bell peppers. Again, you can use whatever vegetables you desire, whatever you have on hand. And well, we like to put it, you could put the lid on if you want when you're cooking it. You could take it off maybe for the last half hour if you do put the lid on. And you want to bake it at 375. Depending on the size of pumpkin you have and the size of meat you have, like we're going to use 6 thighs. You can use boneless chicken if you like. This is bone-in, and we're going to use thick. They're small slices, so we're going to use 6 thighs. And we're going to probably cook it for about 3 hours. You might want to check it at 2 hours, maybe 2.5. And if you use beef, depending on the size beef you have, we cooked our beef for about 3.5 hours. If you like it more medium, well done, again, I would check the beef at 2 hours. Now this time, like I said, we're using chicken, so we're going to check it at 2 hours because it's not as thick of a meat as beef would be. So again, chicken, vegetables, brown sugar. This is going to be nice, sweet, awesome. Pineapple, chicken, pumpkin bake. And we'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. And we'll let you see for yourself. Okay, so once you get all the slime stuff cleaned out off your pumpkin seeds, you want to make sure they're nice and dry. Coat it with just a little bit of oil, make sure it's all coated, and sprinkle some salt on there. Cook it in the oven at 325, maybe 350, depending on your oven, for about 15-25 minutes, and checking it and flipping it at about 10 minutes. Now, as for your pumpkin bake, once you get it all cleaned out, all that guts scooped out of there, you're going to want to put your chicken in the bottom. Start getting all your chicken in there. Now, I seasoned my chicken with a little bit of garlic salt. This one has parsley in there. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And I also did that with all these vegetables here as well. And so we're just piling the chicken in there. You know, kind of want to just layer it at the bottom. No matter if it's stacked, it's all going to get cooked through. We're using chicken thighs with the bone. I took the skin off and rinsed it, of course, but you can leave the skin on if you prefer. And they're small thigh pieces. So, and I coated the vegetables also with a little bit of oil. And like I said, the salt and pepper and garlic salt. Now I'm just going to, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm just going to mix it in there. It's going to all melt through. And dump it right in. Scoop it in there. Make sure we try not to spill any of it. Now I used a little bit of the pineapple juice as well once I dumped the can in there. Not the whole can of juice. Just a little bit. I wouldn't even say a 1/4 cup. So you want all your vegetables piled on top. So we got some, again, we got green zucchini, yellow zucchini, yellow cricket neck squash. We've got some bell peppers, onion, and garlic cloves. And look at that, it's like filling it up. So we're going to put the lid on. And the reason I want to start off with putting the lid on is just to keep all the, we're kind of like giving it a steaming effect, just to keep all of the juices nice and flowing in there. And so before you put your lid on, like I said, we're going to use this, I should have opened it, we're going to use this teriyaki pineapple chicken marinade for the chicken here. We're just going to drizzle a little on top. I'd say, I don't know, I'd say about a quarter of a bottle maybe. You just really don't want too much in there. So just, you know, sprinkle a little bit on there. If you want to use something else, I'm going to use a little bit of soy sauce. Just a little. Don't want it too. Maybe a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Whoosh. I never say it right. That's okay. Okay, so once you get all that in there, I'm just going to, I don't know, try to make sure all the juices get in there. But of course, it'll all flow through. Okay, so we're going to put our lid on. We got our oven preheating at, find which way it goes, at 320, no, we have our, for the pumpkin, we have our oven preheating at 375. We're going to cook it, well, we're going to check it at about 2 hours because it's chicken. Now, you just put your pumpkin in a dish. You want to make sure it has a lip here to catch all the juices because it will juice out. And the best thing about this, you guys, is you don't have as much of the food burnt, kinked on in your pan left over, and your dish, you can eat, pretty much you can eat your own dish, you know? I mean, it's so cool. And once you get, once it's cooked, all that pumpkin will be nice and tender. So we're going to pop it in the oven. Again, it's at 375. And just put it in there nice and carefully. We're going to check it at 2 hours, so we'll see you in 2 hours. Alright, so it's been about 2.5, maybe 3 hours, and I believe our nice, sweet pineapple teriyaki chicken pumpkin bake is ready. Now, of course, don't be afraid of all that burnt. You're not going to eat the skin. If you have dogs, they will. Ours did. Nothing went to waste the last one we did. And you just scoop out the vegetables now to get to the chicken. So you can see everything's nice and tender. A little bit of onion, green zucchini, yellow squash. And the chicken, as you can see, is nice and tender. Well, we don't want to forget that pumpkin. As you can see, that pumpkin is nice and tender. You just cut right into it, and it's nice and tender. And you just get a little bit of that nice and tender pumpkin. And then, of course, when you're done with your nice, sweet chicken pumpkin bake, you can use some of that pumpkin for your dessert. Just put a little bit of butter, a little bit of brown sugar, and that's a nice dessert as well, along with your chicken pumpkin bake, with pineapples and teriyaki sauce, and the best thing is, everything is baked inside. You don't have all that food on there. You get a little bit of the juices dripping over, burnt on. Just put a little bit of the water in to get away from the more burnt on there. And it's really a lot easier to clean up. But oh my God, it's so good. You guys just got to try it for yourself. So let me know what you think. Please give me some comments and stuff like that, and your opinions of how you guys think it might taste. But to me, I think it tastes really, really awesome. Just a little bit of the pumpkin there. Now we'll just go for a little bit of pumpkin and pineapple. Excellent. I love it.